What does more mean to you? Is it tracking your favorite sports teams? Or maybe it's watching your favorite music videos online. Why not get it all? More happens on Bermuda's only 4G network. Get more from your wireless company. Sal One, the power of more.
Hello and welcome to NewsBite, the Bermuda Sun's weekly news wrap-up for Friday, August 17, brought to you in association with Sal One. I'm Michaela Pierman. Our top stories. Kenny Williams saved the life of a 3-year-old tourist at Admiralty House and is now called a hero by some. He told us how he helped the boy and his mother in their time of need.
When she pulled him to shore, he was already blue from all the water that he had taken in. I started to give him CPR. He started to choke up water. And he choked up the water. Then I gave him CPR again because he had to see again. He had started getting blue again. His eyes was rolling up in his head. When we got up on top of the hill, I had to give him CPR again because his eyes were starting to roll up in his head. And the ambulance came and they took it from there.
The boy survived, and the man who saved him is calling for lifeguards at Admiralty House. Meanwhile, some notorious prisoners want to donate their blood. And not just regular prisoners. A group of men convicted of murder, now serving life sentences. Lifeline was started by Dennis Robinson, the Cooper twins killer, and is vice-chaired by his co-accused Kenneth Burgess. Other members of the inmate-run think tank include Z. Selassie, Vernon Simons, and Philip Bradshaw. The men say they want to give back to the community, but the current hospital policy bans them from donating blood. Down in Warwick, White's is in liquidation and dozens of people stood in line to buy at bargain prices, up to 50% off. One shopper told our Raymond Haney she shopped at the store for 20 years. It's all but over now. Both White stores and Hayward's are being wound up after a court order. Bermuda is so much more. That's the slogan of our new multi-million-dollar tourism campaign. It was launched last night and will focus on Bermuda's culture, traditions, and history. Tourism Minister Wayne Furbett says the campaign marks a new day for Bermuda's tourism. In court, top runner Lamont Marshall was charged with causing grievous bodily harm to 2 people while drink driving. The 28-year-old was also charged with refusing to take a breathalyzer and will face trial at a later date. One of the victims was airlifted for treatment. In another case, accused drink driver Darren DeShield was given a 2-year driving ban when he admitted failing to stop after hitting a pedestrian. He also refused to take a breathalyzer and was fined $1,100. The police and regiment have joined forces, well, at least on the water. The men in blue and the men in green are now patrolling together to combat gang rivalries. Our Raymond Haney and Kajiaki Smith joined the patrol last weekend with Sergeant Major Jeff Patterson and PC Christopher Taggett. The Sergeant Major says his soldiers give up their free time to join the patrol and have been on the water every weekend since 24th of May. And 2 people were arrested at a house in St. David's in a sting that brought police and customs officers together to bust up a drugs operation. Officials swooped on the house after a huge load of cement from the U.S. was delivered with a large shipment of drugs concealed inside. In sports, Bailey's Bay Cricket Club will take on St. David's in the finals of the Eastern County game tomorrow at Bailey's Bay starting at 10 a.m. And in the evening, Night of Champions is back as Bermuda's top bodybuilders compete for the title of Mr. and Miss Bermuda. Around 30 athletes are expected to compete, including Terry Smith, who won the 100-day challenge earlier this year. The show starts at 7 p.m. at the Ruth Seton James Auditorium. The weather is expected to be cloudy with periods of rain and highs in the mid-80s. But the rain shouldn't stop you from having fun this weekend. Tonight, head to Liberty Theater for the premiere of Sparkle, Whitney Houston's last movie and last song recordings. Bermuda.com is hosting and it has a lot of giveaways for moviegoers. The film starts at 7 p.m. and tickets are $13. Tomorrow morning, you can catch Miss Bermuda Rochelle Miners on E! Television at 9 a.m. She's competing in the Miss World pageant. And finally, the Miss Teen Bermuda Islands pageant will be held on Sunday night at the Fairmont Southampton. That's all for this week. We will leave you with footage from the dress rehearsal of United Dance Productions' 20th anniversary show on tonight and tomorrow at City Hall. Catch me on Channel 82 over the weekend. For these stories and so much more, visit bermudasun.bm. NewsBite was brought to you in association with Sal One. I'm Michaela Pierman. See you next Friday.
Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Well, never mind. You will not understand the power and beauty of your youth until they fade. But trust me, in 20 years, you look back at photos of yourself and recall in a way you can't grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. Don't worry about the future, or worry, but know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum.
Do not read beauty magazines. They will only make you feel ugly.
What does more mean to you? Is it tracking your favorite sports teams? Or maybe it's watching your favorite music videos online. Why not get it all? More happens on Bermuda's only 4G network. Get more from your wireless company.